Hi, Jan here. Welcome if you're new, and welcome back if you're a subscriber. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so, and thumbs up and leave comments and all that sort of thing. It really does help. But today I want to talk to you. I think we're around about Vlogmas 18, and I've missed out a few, so I'm just trying to think of things to catch up. But sorry, just needed to adjust the angle a little bit there. I wanted to talk to you about something that I've only just noticed, and I want to preface that by saying that normally I'm an incredibly observant person, and I notice tiny details. It's one of my things, is that I can pick out details. But if you saw my video, I'm not sure which one it was on, when I was talking about my feet, and how I was 58 before I actually realised what I had thought of were very short toes were actually webbed toes. Because for some reason I had always thought that webbed feet it was just a thin layer of skin in between the toes. You know, almost paper thin. I hadn't realised it would be really kind of thick. But when I saw a foot like mine on a documentary and suddenly realised that's exactly like my foot, I realised that I have webbed feet. So it's, I mean, sometimes something is right under your nose, quite literally under as far as you can go down to the floor, and it had been there for 58 years and I had not known. But still on the subject of my feet, I was in the bath, I think it was yesterday morning. I bath every day, but I think this happened yesterday morning. And looking at my foot at the other end of the bath, and I'm thinking, what on earth have I done to get my toe so dirty? Because I've always got either shoes on if I'm outside of the house or slippers on if I'm indoors. What on earth have I... Because my toe, and it was just one toe, just looked black. So I kind of pulled it towards me to get a better look and realised that it's actually not dirt, it's bruise. Massive, great big bruise on the toe. And at this point I hope I'm going to be able to put, insert photo. You know, my editing skills are almost zero, but I'm going to try and put photos in here. So then I took a photo of it so that I could show Neil, because I thought next time I see him I've probably got my feet all dressed up and, you know, shoes on and whatnot, and I don't want to have to take them off to show him. So I'll take a photo now and I can just say, look, it's obvious one of the dogs has stepped on my foot or something. And, you know, we've got 3 big dogs. The smallest one is Echo, and she's I think she's about 26 kilograms. Bear's about 38 kilograms. So and Oakley's in between the two of them. So any one of them treads on my feet, it could well have caused the bruising. I don't remember dropping anything or kicking my toe to such an extent that it would have bruised like that. But the other incredibly odd thing is that it was only when I looked at the photo, I hadn't even seen it when I looked at my foot, but when I looked at the photo, I suddenly realised I've got a massive bunion. And it's like, how long has that been there? I'd always prided myself on the fact that I had very good bone structure in my feet. As a teenager, I was going through my hippie phase, and I went for about a year without wearing shoes at all. I would go everywhere barefoot. Soles of my feet were like leather, and I could walk on anything without any discomfort. And because of that, I think, you know, my bones are kind of spread outwards. But also because of that, I've had comments from professionals, you know, chiropodists and people like that, who said what incredibly good feet I've got, because the bones were all nicely spaced and formed, etc. And I've been lucky that my mum had always bought us very good shoes when we were children. And then as an adult, I haven't spent years wearing pointy toe shoes or high heels. You know, I stopped wearing high heels when I only actually ever wore high heels, I think when I was at the airport. So I've had a 5 or 10 year period of my life where I've worn, shall we say, not sensible shoes. And I know that after that, for many years after that, my feet were still okay. This bunion has happened fairly recently. And, you know, if your shoes aren't pushing your toe in, why would a bunion I'm sorry, I'm musing away, but I'm just thinking, I just don't understand why this has happened. I've got a slight one on the other foot, but not bad. And I can't feel it at all. I know bunions can be incredibly painful. Well, obviously I hadn't even noticed it was there. It was just, I saw it in the photo and thought, oh my goodness, I didn't even know. But also there was another thing months ago now, it might have even been a year ago. I noticed just at the side of my wrist I had a bone sticking out, which again was odd. It was definitely a bone, you could feel it was a bone. And, you know, I said to Neil, and he said, yeah, it's definitely a bone, but I didn't have a corresponding one on the other side. So where this bone had moved from, I don't know. But when I went to look for it this morning, thinking, oh, you know, well, I've got the bunion, I've also got this sticky out bone, and the sticky out bone's gone. So where it had moved from, it's obviously gone back to. But again, there was no pain, no problem with it at all. It was just, I suddenly noticed that there was something out of place in my wrist, and you could feel this big lump of the end of a bone sticking out. So goodness knows what's happened. My skeleton's falling apart. I don't know what's going on, but I just thought I'd talk to you about it, because it was one of these things that I didn't know that I had webbed feet until I saw somebody else's the same as mine on TV. I didn't know that I had a bunion until I took a photo of it. You know, sometimes we just don't notice that things are going somewhat odd. So that was really all I had to say to you today. We popped down to see my son yesterday, but Neil wasn't very well. My son was poorly as well. Nothing catching, but both of them have got long-term health conditions, and they were both having a hard day. So I didn't actually film anything when we were there. And the drive there and back was really grey and cloudy. So I thought, well, nobody wants to see grey, cloudy driving. So I will do some more driving through countryside videos when we get more to spring and the trees start to look nicer and we've got nicer skies. I'll do more of them then. And as for Christmas and seasonal things going on, well, we don't do it, so that's kind of not affecting us at all. We are, however, going to a concert tonight. Every year we go to see the Medieval Babes, who do a concert tour around about Christmas time. And if you've not heard any of their music, do look them up online, because they're a women's choral group, for want of a better word, that sing. They started off doing medieval music, but now they do modern compositions with a medieval style flavour, if you know what I mean. But they are incredibly good, and so we go every year, and that's this evening, and it's in a beautiful church. So if I'm able to get any footage of that, then you may or may not see that tomorrow, because the thing is, if I film them during the concert, then I'm going to need their permission to put it on my channel, so I don't know if that's actually going to be able to happen or not. And then so that's Monday today. Then Thursday we're off to the All Cannings Long Barrow, so that'll take up most of the day. And again, I don't know if I'll be able to get any footage there, so fingers crossed. We'll see what I can get over the next few days, and maybe it'll just be me chatting away again. But that's it for today. So I hope all your Christmas plans are going well and everything's good for you. All right, take care. Lots of love. Bye.